this is Tracy from Northeast Tarot, and welcome to your June 2018 monthly tarot forecast. This is for Aries Sun, Aries Moon, and Aries Rising signs. So Aries, for this reading, I'm using the Universal Tarot deck along with the Healing with the Angels Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue, and then I also will be pulling you an additional Romance Angel Oracle card as well. Interesting. Okay. So at the bottom of the deck, Aries, I have the Six of Swords, and this is the overall energy for you guys for the month of June. So Six of Swords, forward movement, or at least mentally you moving forward. Now some of you could be moving on, moving away from maybe a challenging situation or some challenging energies. This is you moving forward. Sixes are all about balance and harmony, so it's a nice lighter energy. Some of you are moving towards maybe some sort of peace of mind. I'm definitely getting that a few of you could be physically traveling here in the month of June, so maybe you're traveling, or there could be a few of you that are moving house as well here. Right at the center, right at the start of the month, we have Judgment crossed by the Four of Wands. So for those of you that are traveling or are moving house, could also even be changing jobs, I feel like you're on the right path. You're making the right decision. Now, some of you might be making this decision right at the start of the month. So maybe end of May when I'm filming this, early June. If you have an important decision to make, you know, you could be making it here at this time, very early in the month, but you are making the right decision. And the Four of Wands, fours really represent your foundation, your stability, your security, and with the Four of Wands in particular, maybe some of you are moving to a home that you're going to be living in for many years, or if you're changing jobs, you know, working in this position for many years. The Four of Wands speaks about longevity, but also security, stability, happiness overall, creating memories for yourself. So this is a good move for those of you that are moving or moving forward in some way, making a change here, making an important decision, or receiving an important decision. It could also even be like a legal decision for a few of you. You know, this is something that's very good for you. Very, very good for you. It could bring in that's just sense of security. And then for others, you know, that happiness. Now, at your foundation, I have the Knight of Cups. So the Knight of Cups could have been an offer. News, an offer that came in previously. Yes, some of you, it could be romantic in nature, but for other Aries, you know, this is something that you're emotionally invested in. It's something that's exciting for you. I think that, you know, you heard something here. This was definitely you hearing something about this, maybe even like an opportunity that presented itself. And in the more recent past, I have the Two of Wands, which definitely could have been you. You know, very focused on the future. If you're the one that has to make a decision, you know, looking at everything in front of you, you know, making those plans, coming up with ideas for your future, making that important decision to maybe step out on a new path, to move forward in some way. With the Two of Wands here, it's really showing, you know, the possibilities in front of you. This person is holding the world in their hands, or in their hands. So, you know, some of you, this definitely could feel like a new adventure. You're on this new path. It's exciting for you. I think it's something you've thought about a lot previously. And for a few of you, I do feel like it could be a new romance, a new relationship. But then for other Aries, you know, I definitely feel like it's either something to do with the home or career. And then crowning you, I have the Hermit. So those of you that have to make a decision, spending some time alone here right at the start of the month, going within, listening to your intuition when it comes to this. receiving that spiritual guidance, definitely. So, you know, for those of you that are making a decision, definitely needing to spend some time alone, but with the Hermit in this position, you know that, needing to really trust your intuition when it comes to this one. Some of you are definitely receiving a lot of messages from your angels, your spirit guides. And then a few of you that you're waiting on a decision, maybe a decision that allows for you to move forward in some way. With Judgment, it could even be you starting all over again. With Judgment, rising up from the ashes, rising up from a difficult time in your life. You could be waiting on information, waiting on that enlightenment, waiting on a decision that maybe allows for you to move forward in some way. But it's coming in. It's coming in the month of June. And energy that you have coming up here around the second week in the near future of the Ten of Cups. And so the Ten of Cups, definitely some of you relationship, family matters or relationship is significant at this time. The Ten of Cups does represent emotional abundance. So some of you feeling, you know, emotionally, you know, very abundant here at this time, quite content, very, very happy. You know, if this is a relationship that's starting out, or if you are already married or have a family, you could be spending a lot of time with them at this time. And just, you know, in a really good place here around the second week. For those of you that a relationship is very significant, especially those of you that it's like a new relationship and you've been getting to know someone, or I'm even getting for a small number of you, maybe someone from the past came back. So this could be like an ex that might have popped up recently. And maybe you guys didn't get back together. Maybe you've been kind of, you know, just feeling it out, feeling the situation, feeling that person out. I am getting that for a few of you, that maybe someone from your past came back. It doesn't mean you might, you know, you necessarily got back together. It just, you know, might mean that you've been spending time with them or trying to make a decision about them, about that situation. Because in the position of your power, I have the Three of Swords. So very interesting. And Three of Swords represents several different things for me. For some of you, it could be a situation involving three people. And again, maybe someone from your past came back or you bumped into them. You could already be taken, they might already be taken. It could be, you know, that sort of energy here where, you know, a third party situation is relevant for a few of you. The Three of Swords for me can also be someone who's feeling torn, feeling stuck. And with the Hermit here crowning you, very much going within, relying upon your intuition, your instincts, spending time alone. So some of you definitely might have this important decision to make, and you could be feeling a little torn, a little stuck. Three of Swords obviously can represent several other things as well. For those of you that did go through a breakup or something previously, with the Three of Swords, it's not just heartache and loss. It can absolutely just represent a disappointment. You know, a disappointment, you feeling definitely very, very disappointed when it comes to a matter. But we also have Judgment here right at the center. So if this is like lingering energy from the past month, your heart isn't fully healed, or, you know, you dealt with this mentally draining situation here, you are rising up from this with Judgment. You are literally healing and rising up from this. Some of you, this might be like lingering energy, especially with it in this position. I will clarify though later on. And I say that, you know, because we have this Nine of Pentacles here in the position of how those around you are viewing you. which is a very independent energy. So I feel like some of you definitely maybe went through a breakup or took some time off from a relationship here. It's possible that maybe this person wants to get back together for some of you. But this is how you're being viewed. And Nine of Pentacles is wonderful, but it's a very independent energy for me. And so is the Hermit, and we have the Hermit crowning you. So Nine of Pentacles is someone who's maybe very focused on their career. They're financially in a really, really good place. They're very successful, but it's also that very independent energy. So I feel like some of you, you are doing your own thing. You are very successful. You are maybe focusing on your career, especially those of you that did suffer some sort of disappointment previously, or there was like a breakup. You are rising up from that. You are healing. And, you know, you are in a good place. You are doing your own thing here. This person, you know, is doing their own thing. This card also is all about status, you know. So you're definitely not in a bad place here, and you do have this financial and emotional abundance here. I think that some of you, this is what you're overcoming. This is some lingering energy here. And in your hopes and fears, I do have the King of Wands. So some of you maybe are dealing with a fellow fire sign person, Sagittarius, Leo, or maybe another Aries. King of Wands could be a character that maybe you're hoping to hear from, or maybe this is you know, someone who's significant here at this time. But, you know, because you are an Aries, I see the King of Wands as someone who makes things happen. He's very creative, very passionate. So some of you, that's exactly what you might want, is you're ready, you're motivated, you want to move forward and maybe take some sort of action here with this Six of Swords and this King of Wands. Energy that you're leaving the month of June with and going into July, we have the Sun. So, I mean, you couldn't have ended the reading on a higher note. I mean, this is amazing. The Sun is the most positive card within the entire deck. And so for those of you that were waiting on some sort of enlightenment or clarity with the Hermit here crowning you, the Sun comes in and it highlights things. It shines its light upon things. So definitely could be receiving that clarity. Something could be surfacing. You could be finding something out here at this time. For other Aries, this is success. Abundance in many forms. Success, just true happiness. You might even be in the spotlight in some way. Shining bright in the spotlight. But it's definitely, you know, one of the best energies to end the month with. So, you know, again, you know, you have some healing energies here and you have some powerful energies here. So some of you maybe went through a loss or just some sort of disappointment. Could have kind of even felt stuck in a difficult situation, not knowing what to do here. But everything works itself out here, as you can see. And you have a lot to look forward to. A lot to look forward to. Let's see. Let's clarify this Three of Swords. Let's take a look at the Three of Swords for Aries. This is in the position of their power energy around the 3rd week for Aries. Looking at the Three of Swords for Aries. Interesting. Okay, so clarifying the Three of Swords, I have the Two of Cups, the Four of Cups, and then the Fool. So some of you, a relationship is significant here, maybe even someone returning. Like I mentioned, some of you, someone could have already popped up here, and to be honest, with the Two of Cups and the Four of Cups, maybe they're presenting an offer to you and it's not exactly what you wanted. You have this opportunity to maybe move down a new path with them, to take this risk, you know, with them, maybe get into a relationship or start dating them. But Four of Cups energy definitely can represent like you being offered something that, you know, it's not exactly what you wanted. You want more for yourself here. And so that's explaining this disappointment for some of you. You know, you want one thing, maybe you're being offered something else here at this time for some of you. And then for others, like I mentioned, lingering energy. If a relationship did come to an end, it could have been that something was missing, or there was definitely some boredom within the relationship. You weren't happy and you decided to, you know, move your separate way here, go down your own path here. Because some of you with this Nine of Pentacles, again, very independent energy. But let's pull you an additional guidance card, Aries. What else does Aries need to know for the month of June? Aries, additional guidance for Aries. Aries, what else does Aries need to know? Aries. And then I'm also pulling you a Romance Angel Oracle card, Aries. But as always, if you are interested, over on Vimeo, I do have the June 2018 Love Tarot Forecast posted over there. That link is below. Aries, focusing on love life for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs for the month of June, Aries. What else does Aries need to know? Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, Aries, so the additional guidance card that we have is balance. So we know that you're moving forward. Some of you are moving towards this success, this abundance. With balance here, you know, maybe this is going to in some way add more stability or balance to your life in some way. It's going to bring in that balance. You know, with the sixes, or excuse me, the Six of Swords here at the bottom of the deck. Sixes, again, are all about balance and harmony and the energy just improving. So things are coming into balance for you, and I think that things will feel lighter and feel easier. And as far as, you know, what it is that you're manifesting in this path that you are moving down, I think it's going to make you feel more balanced and stable here, definitely, Aries. And then looking at love life, we do have retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. So, you know, this does resonate very much with this Three of Swords, and then the clarifying cards, Two of Cups, Four of Cups, the Fool. Again, some of you maybe got out of a relationship. It wasn't offering you what you needed emotionally, and so you are kind of going your separate way with this independent energy. And I think retreat kind of confirms that. For other Aries, you know, if you are married, if you are partnered, maybe you guys need a break to re-spark that passion, to reconnect. Maybe you guys need to go on vacation. Maybe you guys do need to disconnect from the world. And with the Sun here, maybe you're going to be traveling with your partner. You could be getting away, maybe going to a nice sunny climate. So, you know, it just depends on which Aries you are. Okay, Aries, so I hope that you found this reading helpful. If you are not subscribed to my channel, please be sure to subscribe. If you are interested in having a private reading with me, please check out northeasttarot.com. I wish you guys a great month.